Okay, so this is my Brother SE400. It's an embroidery and sewing machine, and today we're going to embroider. So, first thing you need to do is you need to make sure that you're using an embroidery needle. I've got this one in, which is a thin needle since we're using it on t-shirt material. Now we need to change our presser foot to the quilting foot. So to do that, we're going to unscrew this screw right here. It'll drop down. And you want to unscrew it quite a ways to where it's almost off. Lift up your bar. There's a lever right back here. Lift up your bar as far as you can, and you'll just take the foot off. You're going to want to use your foot cue right there, right here. That bar is going to go on top of it. So let me just show you how this goes on. Alright, so you're going to come around the front here. Make sure that that bar right there is over your needle bar, and then that right there will just go around the presser foot bar, and it'll attach right like that. Screw it down with your hand. And then use your tool. All right, now that we have the needle attached and the presser foot attached, you'll go ahead and attach the carriage of the embroidery machine. What this does is as soon as it's attached, there's a switch on the bottom that'll drop the feed dogs, the part that push the fabric through, because you're not going to need them for embroidery. So this just slides right in. You'll hear the lock. The feed dogs are down. Once you slide it in, this is going to say the carriage of the embroidery machine. The carriage of the embroidery unit will move. Select OK. It just calibrates the position, and you're almost ready. All right. So you're going to want to change your bobbin thread for embroidery. Right now I still have just some standard thread that I was using for a project earlier, and with my machine came there it is, this Brother embroidery bobbin thread, and that's what you're going to want to use to get the best results. And through the magic of TV, I happen to have a bobbin already wound, so let me show you how it works. With this Brother SE400, it's so easy to insert a bobbin. You drop the bobbin in, you follow this channel around, it goes around this part up at the top, maybe, if you're lucky and you don't drop it. Are you kidding me? Alright, around the channel at the top, and then right down here there's a razor that will cut it. Let me get my hand out of the way. Right there, there's a razor that's going to cut it. Done. Put your cover back on. You've loaded your bobbin. Now we're going to select our design. I want to do letters. And I want to do these letters. So you have choice of capital and lowercase. You have a choice of large, medium, and small. So we'll do capital C, lowercase o, K. And once you hit that, you'll go ahead and hit adjust, layout, and it's going to show you how much of the hoop it's going to take up. Now you can pick the large, medium, or small size letters. Here, let me go back. Large, medium, and small size, but it really doesn't matter because once you get into layout here, you can select size, and this is smaller and this is bigger. I want that a little smaller. And I want to move it to the top. So here's our shirt that we hooped earlier. We're going to go ahead and insert it into these there's two little pins right here. I don't know if you can see them. And I'll show you what part of the hoop goes into there. So what I'm doing is, it's hard for you to see, but top of the shirt, neck of the shirt where my hand's coming out. You want to take the shirt and kind of turn it inside out and move all of this fabric up and out of the way. You'll run this fabric through the machine, under the foot of the machine. And then you're going to get to a point where you've hit the side of the hoop. You'll use that lever again, lift that foot all the way up, and our hoop is now under the needle. Now you see these two pins right here? You just line this up right in those slots. And press down. It should snap in. And there we go. Now, you want to pull all of this fabric down and out of the work area. You want to make sure that there's nothing from the back side of the shirt underneath. See, it's all just hoop, no fabric. I have done this before, and I sewed the back to the front of the shirt. That's how I know that. Alright, so now we're adjusting where our pattern or our lettering is going to go. I want it right about there, and as far over as it'll let me. Now, to see where the pattern's going to stitch out and see if it's covering anything, there's a button right here. It's got a square with an arrow going around it. Click that. It'll show you exactly where it's going to stitch out. Right, so this is embroidery thread. This brand just happens to be Sulky, but you'll just look at the store for anything that looks like this that says embroidery thread. It's usually a polyester thread. It's usually really shiny. So we're going to go ahead and use this. Up through here. Done. Form a little loop in the back. And our needle is threaded. So we're good with that. So you lower your presser foot and then you press start.